Now that it's drained out, pry these off. Take this off. Now we're gonna take off this mounting bracket, or this bracket, and this bracket. And for that, we'll be using a 10mm socket. This one. So now that I've taken off the brackets and the bolts, we're gonna unclamp this hose. Now that we've unclamped this hose, now we're gonna remove these. That way we can separate the radiator fans from the actual radiator, cooling fans, however you want to call it. And once again, we will be using 10mm to. Probably should have disconnected the battery. So I was able to pull out the radiator, and well, I took out the battery just so I can have a little bit more wiggle room to wiggle it out. And I took it out. Here it is. You could do this before or after, honestly, but gotta remove clip here that goes here, clip here. I will be disconnecting this connector, both of the connectors, that way I can plug in the fan back into the radiator without having to worry about being stuck in place with this. So now we have officially, where's it go? Remove the radiator fans, the radiator. Next part is to remove the condenser, that way I can replace it. Notice that as I was looking right here, this engine mount is all messed up. So that's gonna be for a different day, honestly. So I have disconnected the bolt that was right here. You can see right here. Used a 12mm wrench to take it off, remove this, attach those. The lower, I believe it might be the low pressure side and the high pressure lines, and then remove the connector that was down here. So now I'm gonna try and figure out how to pop this thing off. So what I ended up doing is taking off the grill, which, by the way, all you have to do is once again, there's gonna be 4 clips on this right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pop those off, pull the grill out, pull it forward towards you, and once you remove that, there will be two brackets that are gonna be sticking out like this. Bracket that goes there, that's where it sits. It pokes through, and what you'll do is remove the nut that goes right here, which is a 10mm. You pinch this a little bit just enough to squeeze it through. Do it to both sides, and bam. Take that off, pull the brackets out, and then proceed to remove your condenser. Be careful, as this middle part, I don't know what it is, like what it's made of. I believe it's aluminum, but careful on the way you grab it, you might end up cutting yourself. And then bam, there we go. Condenser, it's out. So now we have the condenser, radiator completely out, and that's what we're going to be replacing. Everything, condenser, radiator, besides the radiator fans. And here are my parts right here. To take off this sensor, I believe. Take off this grommet and this grommet down here. Put it on the new one. There we go. There we go. Then we're gonna remove this sensor. I believe it's a sensor, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not too familiar with this stuff. It's kind of somewhat semi-new for me. So I'm figuring out how to take that off, and then I'll let y'all know. I was able to take this off using these pliers right there. Gave it a big old turn, and bam, loosened it up and took it off. So gotta make sure to reattach it on this end. Pull these out. This goes here. So that will go there. The bolt will go in the middle. And then these two are upper and your lowers, I believe. Yeah, upper and your lower. So now I have put the condenser in, set it on the bottom, right there. Reattach the brackets. And we're gonna go ahead and line them up and tighten them up and everything. That way we can reattach the hoses and the bolt and the sensor. So now that the bolt, the nuts are back into place, we're gonna go ahead and reattach that, and then move on to the radiator. So once you attach your lines, your high side and your low side, and attach your sensor, you wanna put bolt right there. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. Right over here. Yeah, you catch my drift. You know where the bolt is, hopefully. Right here. Right there. Yep. You want to reattach that and tighten it up, and you're good to go as far as the condenser goes. Now it's time to mount the radiator fans onto the new radiator. So there we go. Radiator fans attached. Make sure the little feet are sitting flush. Now we're about to pop it back in. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do and put these screws, bolts, a little bit of both. Put them right here, and right here. Put those back where they came from. That way the fan and the radiator itself don't detach. And they can just stay together as one piece. When we're trying to slide it back in, go ahead and do that. So once you put the screws back on, you want to drop it into place, set it down, make sure it sits in the position it's supposed to sit in, which is where the little pegs, little legs, go in the little holes where they go in. Yeah, and then once you do that, you want to start reattaching the cables and the hoses back on. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and we'll come back. So I connected these little tabs back into the little clips, little sides, the little holes where they go. Connected the connectors for both fans. I'm gonna reattach this hose, clamp it, this hose, reclamp it here, and then do the bottom one. Then I will reattach the brackets that go here, and then we'll put the what's it called? The grill. We'll move onto the oil, or actually, we'll move on to the air intake that we got to put back, and the battery we got to put back, and refilling the coolant, running it, see how it goes, and then we'll see where that ends up. On the grill, you're just gonna want to slide it back into place. You're gonna replace these clips. It's back in. Grill is back into place. And like I said, time to reattach the brackets and then the hoses. Brackets are done. 1 and 2. Hose clamps and hose and clamp. Then we're gonna go ahead and do the bottom one real quick. And I'll put the battery back in, and the air intake, and refill it. Alright, hose is attached. Battery back in. Put the air intake. 4 clips. Pop them into place. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Time to refill this. I'm not exactly sure how much it's going to take, but I'm just going to fill up as I go. So I have refilled it. The coolant, it used about roughly 1.25 gallons. I believe, I used Freestone. And I know the car's not going to start up because I know the battery's dead, because I mean, we had to jump start it in the morning, or earlier, not morning, wasn't really morning. Anyway, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and jump start it again, and then hopefully everything will somewhat start. No, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the oil and get that out of the way, and then we'll fire it up and see if it's changed anything. See if it actually turns on good now, and if not, then we'll figure it out and move on from there. So yeah, time to do the oil. Truth. Unfortunately, I was running out of storage. I wasn't able to record the oil changing part, but we have everything settled in. I'm about to start the car up, getting a little bit of juice, and we're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna start it up. It's chiming, so that's good. We got some juice. Oh, we'll see how it goes. Starting pretty strong. Didn't struggle too much. It didn't struggle as much as last time, so that's good. Got more of a chug to it. To drive it around a little bit. I won't be able to record that because, like I said, I'm running out of storage space, but I am going to drive it for a brief moment, see how it handles, see how it's behaving, see if everything goes good. It's still idling pretty rough, but like I said, that's the that one vacuum leak that I'm not able to unfortunately fix right now, but it seems like everything is running properly. Everything's been reset. Well, besides the service engine light, that's been off for a while. Yeah, tap the gas a little bit. Good thing is that it started up. I'm thinking about maybe sea foaming it. I don't know if today or tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. And if I can get it home running properly and everything, I'll take it to a car wash as well and get it cleaned out. It's pretty dirty. But yeah, I'm about to disconnect the cables, take it for a little spin. Hopefully it doesn't handle too rough. Hopefully I'm able to come back in one piece, or at least just come back in general, because it kept turning off last time. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then we'll see how it goes. I took it out for a ride, and it didn't overheat, so that's the good thing. It did move a little bit better than I expected, but I know it's a transmission problem now, because every time I put it to drive and switch over to manual mode, let's see, it stays in 5th where it should be going to 1st. So it's a transmission issue, and I'm gonna have to get that fixed. Don't know how much that's gonna cost, so I don't know how soon I'm actually gonna be able to do it. But overall, it kinda sucks. But I mean, the car sounds good. So yep.